Make something happen more than that 50-50 shit you've been doing, because that 50-50 shit, that attitude is gonna bleed into every other area of your life, and you're only gonna be 50% of what the fuck you have the capabilities to become on your deathbed. Do you wanna show up as the person on your deathbed that you don't recognize? Or do you wanna be laying on your deathbed and say, yeah, motherfucker, I know who you are. And this is the last episode of the Return of Investment series. And this one is going to be keeping it 100. I have some really good episodes to start the very next series. Guys, make sure you're listening to all these videos in sequence, because they start to add up. This is the very beginning of my YouTube channel. As I evolve, there's going to be a whiteboard. I'm going to get real detail with shit, but this is just really life training. This is just really life training. This last episode is keeping it 100. That 50-50 shit, all right, again, and I have a really good episode coming up on the next series. It's not gonna get you nowhere. It's not gonna get you nowhere. If you're doing anything, if you consider any of your relationships, right, any of your partnerships, 50-50, it's conditional. It's conditional. How are you gonna think that everybody is gonna be operating at its best every day? And as long as that person's providing 50, I'm providing 50. The fuck you think is gonna happen? When that person has a bad day or you have a bad day and you're not able to provide 50, you're gonna need 7, you're gonna need 80. You're gonna need 90 from that person. All right? That's why you always wanna give your 100. Keep it 100 at all fucking times in everything that you do. Don't ever go into something half-assing, because guess what? There's gonna be days that you can't perform at your best. But if you keep it 100, you give it your all. That's giving it your all. You're not giving it 50-50. You're just physically, mentally, emotionally broken, fatigued, whatever it is. And that's your 100%. It's going to come back tenfold. Guaranteed it's going to come back tenfold. But if you approach anything with all right, there's conditions here. This person's not giving me everything. It's either you keep it 100, you give that person, that project, that vision 100, or you just step the fuck back. Don't ever think that you're gonna give someone what they're giving you in return, because someone might not be able to return that exact thing in that exact form. Right? You just might be mentally stronger. That person might be emotionally stronger. So their EQ is much higher than yours. And if you are going through some shit where you're making a big deal out of something, that person's gonna give you their 100, and you're gonna feed off of that shit. Vice versa. Right? That person's one who's just mentally weak and it's just stressed out at work, or can't put up with this, supervisor snaps on them because they're not mentally strong enough to be able to catch themselves, control themselves, and articulate themselves in a way where you're gonna mitigate shit, right? You're not gonna de-escalate shit. I mean, you're not gonna escalate shit. You're gonna de-escalate shit. That's where you come in. You give them their 100, and they feed off of that, right? And again, if you're keeping it 100 with everything, let's just say you're keeping it 100 with something that can't give you nothing in return, like it's not a person, it's not in the physical form. If you're keeping it 100. If you're giving it your full 100, right, a project, let's just say you're building this organization, this nonprofit organization, and it's just not giving, right? You don't just say, I'm gonna take a step back, I'm gonna give it 50-50, right? You either get off the drawing board, all right, and either take a look at it from a bird's eye view, right, and then come back in and attack that shit, or just don't give it nothing at all. You either have to give it your 100 to bring this shit to fucking life, right? You're gonna have to give everything in your life 100%. Keep it 100, give it 100 at all times to make it grow, to just nourish that shit, right? That whole 50-50 shit, man, that's just old. That's just played out. It's not working, all right? How far is a guy in you? And just imagine if you have a friendship, a relationship, a partnership where 50-50 has worked for you, can you imagine both of you guys giving it 100? Have that conversation. Have that conversation and say, you know, I've been holding back. There's areas in this entity that we have here that I can give so much more. But I'm not, because I feel like you can give so much more and you're not. So we're doing this conditional shit. What if we just went all in? What if we just went all in? How much bigger can this thing that we have be? Powerful! Fuck, that's so powerful. Think about it. I know you were thinking about it. I know you were already thinking about the person that you're going to have that conversation with right now. Go have that conversation, man. Make something happen more than that 50-50 shit you've been doing. Because that 50-50 shit, that attitude is gonna bleed into every other area of your life. And you're only going to be 50% of what the fuck you have the capabilities to become on your deathbed. Do you want to show up as the person on your deathbed that you don't recognize? Or do you want to be laying on your deathbed and say, yeah, motherfucker, I know who you are. You look familiar. You're my motherfucking twin, as a matter of fact. Or you're going to be like, half skeptical. Damn, he looks familiar. She looks familiar. But I don't recognize him. That's because you're giving that 50-50 shit. That 50-50 shit dies today. That 50-50 shit dies today.